13 Investigates has discovered millions of dollars in state equipment and property is missing.
Senior investigative reporter Bob Siegel shows you what state agencies have lost and how much you're paying for it.
Inside Indiana state government, things have been disappearing. Lots of things. Computers and cameras, TVs and telephones, file cabinets and furniture simply gone. 13 Investigates has obtained a list of all the stuff state agencies have reported missing over the past 5 years. It includes hundreds of items, more than $3 million worth, paid for with your tax dollars.
That's a lot of money.
Tara Klutz is the state auditor, and her office keeps track of what's missing. She says Indiana owns more than 200,000 assets worth more than $21 billion. Missing less than 1% of those assets, she says it's still a big deal.
I'm not happy about that, and we can do better. We promise the taxpayers that we're here to safeguard those, and we intend to do it.
Computer equipment tops the list of missing items. In recent years, we're talking about at least 625 missing laptops, printers, and other computer hardware, costing more than $1.1 million. Some agencies seem to struggle when it comes to tracking their stuff. Just a few weeks ago, the state inspector general released this report about 33 missing laptops assigned to Indiana's Family and Social Services Administration. The report cites poor business practices and a lack of clear policies and procedures for the laptops turning up missing. FSSA also lost track of lots of stuff at the LaRue Carter Psychiatric Hospital. The facility is now shut down. But before FSSA closed the hospital a few years ago, it reported 229 items missing. $585 hospital beds, an $858 industrial potato peeler, $5,100 patient exam tables, a $24,000 security fence, all disappeared. How do you lose a $24,000 security fence? Well, FSSA now claims it was actually reported missing by mistake and that the fence is still here, someplace, but it won't say where. FSSA says many of the other items it added to the missing list might not be missing either. They might have just been transferred to other state hospitals. The problem is, FSSA says it did not track that information, so it can't say for certain whether the items are lost or not.
Let's get this tracked because we do want to find that.
While much of the stuff on this list is classified as missing, hundreds of other items were stolen. The Indiana Department of Transportation is a frequent target. Across the state, burglars cut through the fences of INDOT facilities like this one in Anderson, where thieves stole more than $25,000 in state property. 2 handguns and missing police body armor.
Yeah.
That's concerning.
It is concerning, especially with the handguns.
Captain Ron Galaviz says state employees are victims of crime just like everyone else.
Police officers had their vehicles broken into, have their homes broken into.
He says that explains why several state police handguns are on the list of missing items. They were stolen right out of troopers' locked cars in their own driveways.
Those things are coming from taxpayer money, so we need to be held accountable.
And at times, state workers are held accountable. When Indiana's Department of Homeland Security discovered some of its emergency radios like these were for sale on Facebook, the agency suspected it was an inside job. Sure enough, investigators found more than $31,000 in state communication equipment at the home of former employee John Thompson. Felony theft charges were dismissed after he agreed to community service and a theft education class. Cases like that are relatively rare because most missing and stolen state property is never found, which means this list continues to grow. Again, the items on the missing property list represent a very small percentage of the state's total assets. Still, it adds up to millions of dollars in lost resources paid for by you. If you'd like to see all the stuff state agencies and universities have reported missing, we posted the whole list on WTHR.com.